Hey guys, how are yous? I'm sorry I went late. I went live so late. I just wanted to give the update that I said that I would give you all about what's going to be happening over the next few weeks and months coming up. We've been thinking about a lot of things, and we have decided to just basically jump into to do the things we want to do. Okay. Now, in the past, we have just basically listened to haters and people who just ridicule us about anything that we do. So that's what we. That's what happened last time with our podcast that me and Jason done. We just listened to haters too much, and we just took it off. And you've all heard the story about um, the TikToker and watching London's Notebook and stuff. So we've came to the point that right now we're going to do the stuff that we want to do. Okay, so we're not listening to any haters. We're not listening to any negativity or anything. So we I've been thinking about this for a good while. To be honest with you, it has been in the making. Hey, how are you? Um, I I see you in the chat. I see you. I see your comment. I'm good. I'm really good. I'm good now. Yeah. The the other the other night you were in the comments. When was it? Last night, yeah, yeah, 13th, yeah. Well, it's the 15th now because it's 2 a.m. here. Um, but yeah, for the Idaho for Remembrance, yeah, you were in there. I think you were in there for the full stream. But yeah, yeah, I'm good. Just this is just basically an update, just to let yous know where we stand because yous are a big part of this. It, how can I say it? It might mean there's less videos on this channel, but basically we've thought about mm, we've thought about a lot of things, and we have decided that we are going to do the podcasts on here and in a podcast format as well. So really, me and Jason have created the true crime podcast. Okay, it's called Crime Doesn't Sleep. Okay, Crime Doesn't Sleep podcast. Now, the only problem with this is Jason isn't going to be on every time. You know, we I don't work the same place as Jason anymore, so it's harder. Okay, I've got more time, I feel, than Jason would have. You know, because he has got a fair travel to work and travel back, and obviously he wants to spend some time with his loved ones. So, but he will be on. Um, he just won't be on every single week. Okay. We've got a lot of plans for the Crime Doesn't Sleep podcast. I actually recorded the first video for that. And it's on the Idaho 4 one again. Now, I think you'll see that I've not got a camera. Okay, the camera that I ordered will be here tomorrow, hopefully. So, and then I'm working Sunday to Thursday, so I'm hoping to, after work on Sunday, get it all connected, get it tried out, and just get it perfected, so we can better this. Okay. So I might record that first video again with the camera. Okay. We've got plans for this podcast. We know some of the things we're going to do. We've definitely doing the Idol 4 case because we had so much on that before. Now, when it comes to the Idol 4, please do not expect to see the crime scene photos. We have thought about this, and it's not something I want to do. And out of respect for the families, we won't be showing any crime scene photos at all. If you want to look at them, you can go and find them easily. But we're not putting them out there. You know, I have only seen one, and it was like blurred. But you know the devastation's happened behind that blurriness or behind the big black mark. So I'm not entertaining the anything like that. So that's the only rule with the Idol 4 case. It won't just be that. We have other cases that we will be covering as well. No, I'm not going to say everyone is going to be more than one video, because they won't. The Idol 4 one will definitely be more than videos, but one video or two videos, because there's just so much to go through. So you've got the interviews with the police that you want to go through. You've got body cam footage that the guy's not in the house; he's just canvassing the nearby houses. So we could probably do that. And I've used the security camera footage. So things like that, we're open to do easily, no problem. But when it comes to things within the house, you may see the odd picture of outside the house. Maybe there's a police car sitting, but you will not see any pictures from inside that house. Okay. Also, with all the podcasts I'm going to mention, well, all three, we will be doing a podcast format, so you can sit and listen to it on the train, the bus, the car, wherever you please. Okay. Excuse me. So we will definitely be showing diagrams, pictures. If you are tuning into the podcast and you want to see those diagrams or things we're referencing, then you can't. We will always have it on YouTube. We'll always have it on the YouTube channels, so you can easily go back and have a look. But any descriptions, we will try our best to explain it so that the people that are just listening, maybe they're on the train going to work, they kind of know the grasp of things. They kind of know what that is. So, as far as Crime Doesn't Sleep podcast, that will hopefully be, if I can get some a few things made up over the next few weeks, then hopefully we can get that start getting put that start to get that put out weekly, maybe a Monday or a Tuesday or something. Now it might be the fact that we do um, put the odd extra video out or something like that, but it'll mostly be a scheduled weekly thing. Okay, so the Idol 4 will definitely be more than there'll be like a wee mini series of it. Other cases we are looking at is the Gabby Petito case. We really want to do that. Some of the UK ones, you know, the murders of Holly Wells and Jessica Chapman. We did that. The James Bolger one, I'm not sure about. But we have got a list, and I've still not got a list in front of me. It was on my laptop, but my laptop needs charged. But we will be um, just doing things. I mean, when it comes to the crime podcast, it doesn't have to be what do you call it? It doesn't have to be unsolved. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be solved. It can. It could be any crime at all. Mandy McCann. Well, yeah, why not? It's a case. It definitely is a case. It's attracted attention throughout the world. So why not? It's actually a good shout. I'll put it on the list. I don't think that's on the list actually, but that's definitely a good shout. Again, anything you want to see, you need to write it in. You need to write it. We could have a list of 600 cases that we're going to talk about, and the one you want is not on there. So if you put a comment and say, "What about this?" and we've not got it on the list, we'll put it on the list. You know what I mean? We will look at it. But what I was saying is that because the Idaho 4 case is going to run over more than one or two or three videos, not every case will be like that. Especially with the UK crimes like Holly Wilson and Jessica Chapman, that'll be an hour at the most, an hour show at the most, and it'll all be wrapped up. Because basically, the US, see when their trials finish, their records are made public. Where here's in the UK, they're not, So you can only go with what you know and what's on the internet or what's been brought out in court. Because in the UK, if you want information like that, you've got to go to see the trial happening. So, and that can only take place if it's an open court. If that's a closed case, you're not getting to see nothing. So that's basically the outline of the Crime Doesn't Sleep podcast, because I'm a big true crime fan. Jason's a true crime fan. Jason's got a case that I've never really looked into. It's I can't remember what it says. I guess in Florida, the woman's boyfriend was locked in a suitcase or some sort of case, and he died. So he's got cases that I've not actually heard of or I've not looked into. Other ones that we are looking at is the William Kelly one that was on, I think the trial's still going, on Law and Crime YouTube channel. So we want to cover that once it's finished. We are also looking maybe do the, I the teenager's got a weird name, and I cannot, for the life of me, remember how you say it. They killed his grandmother. It was in Texas. Um, so we want to do that one, and trust me, when we do that show, I will know how to say that guy's name. So that's the Crime Doesn't Sleep podcast. We are looking really forward to bringing these to you. Obviously, it'll be it'll be a wee bit tricky at first until we get a stock of shows that we know we can do every single week. Hope right now I do not know what day. Maybe I was thinking about a Monday, every Monday, maybe a Monday morning, Monday afternoon, or something. Um, but we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. We may adjust the timing some, but we want to get into a format where we've got a stock of videos there, and we can just keep adding to them. Even if it's me myself, keep adding to them, and we can bring that to you weekly on a weekly basis. Okay. Now, leading on to my other. Sorry, I'm just fixing this seat. Now I've got another two podcasts I've got in mind. This will be myself. Okay. The first one is Basics One. Okay, because I really I am. Apart from true crime, I am also a wrestling fan. Okay, so this is another thing we're going to do. We're going to do a wrestling podcast as well. Now I've got a kind of rough name. Um, this came from a good friend of mine. He's like a brother to me. John, and he came up with the name, the the Claymore Stomp podcast. So this will be a different kind of format because well, I work 8 till 4. Okay, so WWE Raw, we will review Raw, what was good, what was bad, what we liked, what I didn't like, your views, and that would probably be on a Tuesday. I would probably record that on a Tuesday. Unless I am off on a Tuesday, then we can do it straight after Raw on a Monday. Then NXT would be the same. It'd probably be the Wednesday. Yeah, it'd probably be the Wednesday evening. I'll, I, I finish at 4. I got in about 4:30. We could review it then. Again, unless I'm off the Wednesday, then we can do it on the Tuesday night straight after NXT. Some of the more of these will be live than anything else. Okay, we can do it live, and then I can boost it a wee bit, and then just get the video out. SmackDown probably Friday night / Saturday. I only work occasional Saturdays, so worst comes to the worst, it'll be a Saturday morning. If I'm working a Saturday, it'll be a Saturday evening. But we will aim to get that out for you on Saturday. Now, what's good about the wrestling podcast is there is so much wrestling on Netflix now. We can pick things. We can do watch alongs. Are you going to. So, the watch along, I don't think you can get it with Netflix, okay? I don't think you can stream your Netflix through OBS and all that, so I don't think you could stream it on YouTube. But we could do watch alongs where you do it and I'll give you a countdown, boom, press play. We want to review other things. So we want to review. I really loved the In Your House series of events, so I'm looking to do that. Um, there's just so much wrestling on there. No, no, I did get a message on Twitter about when we were putting this together. I put a tweet out and then I deleted it, but I did get a message about it. Films like The Iron Claw, yeah, it's a film, but it's still wrestling based. Okay, it's like Fighting with My Family. It's still wrestling based. So that would probably come into this channel. It saves me making another channel. Okay, because obviously I'll have my own channel. Or we could put it on my own channel. But obviously I'll have my own channel. We'll have the wrestling channel, the crime podcast channel, and the next channel that I'm going to talk about. So, that is that aim. We have got an aim for this, and we are. If I can get this up for you, this is my aim. Where is it? Whoa. This is what I am wanting to do. So, you can see I wasn't ready for that. So Survivor Series San Diego. When it comes to these big shows like Survivor Series and all these monthly pay-per-views, even the NXT ones, I've I want to get predictions and then the post shows. So I want to basically do it. I'm aiming to do this for Survivor Series. Okay. As far as a watch along, I do not know, or live reactions. I do not know about that yet because Survivor Series is quite soon. Okay. So I'm not sure about that. But one I will be aiming to do a live reaction to is, of course, the Royal Rumble in Riyadh. I love the Royal Rumble, always have, always will. So that'll probably be the first um, live reaction where we all watch it. But it's easier doing this than it is doing like the In Your House, because you're saying to people that if you want to live react to this with me, you have to go and find this and put it on and anything else. Whereas if you're a wrestling fan, you like the Royal Rumble, you'll be watching the Royal Rumble, you'll be watching WrestleMania, things like this. Okay. As far as WrestleMania is concerned, my aim is to live react to the whole thing. So, SmackDown before Mania, I will watch the Hall of Fame and put a video up against about that. live react to NXT if they have a NXT show. Live react to both nights of WrestleMania, and live react to the Raw after WrestleMania. Okay, so that is the aim for that. I have put that weekend for work. I always take the same week off. So, but regardless of live reactions or not, every show, every pay per view, PLE, whatever you want to call it, all of them will get predictions made for them. Now, before anybody comes to me, as far as AEW is concerned, I never once says that I will not react to AEW. I won't do this, I won't do that. It is definitely something that I will do. Okay, it's just here in the UK. I've just got to. I mean, here in the UK, I'm working. I've just got to sit and think about, find out when it's on, when I can watch it, when when can we do this? I mean, I'm not going to do every show for AEW, but we can certainly look at seeing when it's on, when would when would be the best day that's not going to clash with anything that I'm already doing. Okay, so just because I've mentioned WWE here, don't think I would saying I'm not going to react to AEW, because I'm not, because to be fair, some of them are quite good. They are improving compared to a few years ago. So yeah, it's that is the wrestling podcast. That channel is not made up yet. I need to think about some fine details for that, and then we will get that kind of all sorted and arranged and do that. The next podcast slash YouTube channel is totally different. So I've always wondered why people are so, how can you say it, so amazed as by the NCAA college football. Okay, now, I watched a few games over the last few weeks, and I now know why they are why the Americans love it so much. It's just a I've watched the NFL since, when was it? Dallas, the Cowboys won the last Super Bowl. It's been about 96, 97. So that is, I've watched the NFL since then. But college football just has a different atmosphere, I feel. Okay, I've not been to the games. I've missed the last two Dublin games. I'm going to the one in Wembley next year. I just can't remember who's playing. But yeah, so this is that. Okay, so I'm fairly new to the college game. Okay, I'm fairly new. I'm still learning, and hopefully we can learn together. Or hopefully, if you can teach me about it. Okay, so we I spoke to a few people and they said, "Oh, nobody does this. Everybody follows the same big team. Your Oklahoma or your Alabama no, Alabama. That's who it was, Alabama." And I thought, well, I could change that up. Okay, now I don't know much about it, so the aspect of this, right? We'll cover all games. We'll tell you the scores and stuff. But what I've done is I've took two teams. And I'll tell you the reasons why I took the two teams. Because if I take two teams and I follow those teams for at least the next few years, and we look at how they're doing, how this and that, and then I'm learning about the game. I'm learning about the teams and everything as well. In a few years, then we'll take that. So the first team I'm going to follow is, I, see, when I was deciding, I decided, wait, we could pick a bigger team from a bigger league, and we could take a lower team. Okay, so I went to for the bigger team. I went to the SEC and I picked LSU Tigers. Now the reason I picked the LSU Tigers is for two reasons. One, I watched a documentary on Amazon Prime. I think it's called The Money Game. It's got Angel Reese, Olivia Dunn, and Jaden Daniels. Okay, now I watched the draft when Jaden Daniels got drafted to the Commanders. So that is the reason I picked them. Okay, and I can remember I watched a documentary and it was all about Brian Kelly. Okay, so that's another. I know what Brian Kelly isn't there anymore, but it's still something. Now my smaller team is the Idaho Vandals. This is for two reasons. Okay, first one, when I was deciding it, we were doing the Idaho forecast. Okay, um, but more importantly, I found out that the state of Idaho University actually has its own tartan registered here in Scotland. So that just won it for me. So those are the two teams I'm going to be concentrating on: LSU and the Idaho Vandals. Now LSU, I can keep up to date a lot more and learn some stuff from. There's a YouTube channel called Locked On LSU. Talks about the games, what's happening, what's not happening, all this. So I'm subscribed to that. So I'm going to keep up to date with that. And with Idaho Vandals, it's something like Vandals Athletics channel or something like that. It was called. I'm subscribed to it anyway. So that way, I'll keep in. So if I keep with these two channels, it means that I can follow those two, and I can follow the full game as a whole. Okay. Um. Now I understand that they're not doing. Both teams aren't doing too good now. You know what I mean? And I know there's a big difference. You know, but there's the Vandals Stadium, the Kildome, and there's Tiger Stadium, Death Valley. So there's a big difference in crowds. So that's another thing I want to do. Now, also on this, we will be basically the first thing is the Super Bowl. We have we have to do the Super Bowl. We have to do something for the Super Bowl. Me personally, I think the Buffalo Bills will be there. No, I don't. It's not the Buffalo Bills. I don't know. It's because you know why I said that. It's because I looked at TV and somebody was had a Buffalo Bills shirt on. The Detroit Lions. I think the Detroit Lions could potentially be at the Super Bowl this year. I would love to see it. So it's from San Francisco, Levi's Stadium. So we will surely do something for that. Could be a live reaction, um, something like that. But we'll definitely do something like that. We're definitely going to be talking about the draft as well, because that because right now we can lead up to. I mean, the college games is getting to the end now, so we can still keep up with some news for that over the postseason, over the off season. Sorry, that's what they call it. and also look forward to the Super Bowl. Then after the Super Bowl, it's all eyes on the draft. When draft happens, then you've still got all the news coming out from there. So I'm unsure if we are going to do a sole NCAA channel, college football, or it's going to be an overall American football, college and NFL. But I think this will be good. I'm really looking forward to it. I love watching American football. So, and the games I saw for the college football is phenomenal. I can't wait to get into it. I mean, last season would have been a better season to start getting really, really into it and watching it every week, because Sky TV had the on Sky Sports. They had the college games last year, every bowl game. Um, Sadly, I was working in my old job, so most weekends I was working when these games were getting played. So that was the pain. So, but we will come here and I will look at. I think as Amazon Prime, or there's there's an app there that I can get on the TV that I pay, and it lets me watch the college games. So I might just pay for that for next season. It's probably paying for the season this season because there's only like 3 games left or something like that, 3 or 4. So we'll definitely be. We might get it because we can watch the bowl games and stuff, and the national championship, the big final game. So we can do that. Certainly for next season, we will be doing that and getting that all sorted. NFL not too bad because Sky still has their games. So this has not got a name. It's not got nothing set up. The only one that is set up, ready to go, ready to get videos uploaded, is the crime podcast. Don't Crime Doesn't Sleep. That's the only one that is there, ready to rock and roll. The wrestling one's not ready. I will be working on that over the course of this week, along with video and stuff. And this podcast, I'm really going to have to think of a name for it. Think of it. If I get up, if I can come up with a name for that, and then we'll try and get a logo made up, and basically get this channel set up. We can maybe look at some things that we could look at, But listen, this is a good thing about these. The first podcast, Crime Doesn't Sleep. There is, as bad as it is, there's crime always happening. That's the epidemic that we've got now. Crime's always happening. So we're not going to be we're not going to be short of cases, because there's all crime put back. If crime stopped for 3, 4, 5, 6 months, or even 3 years, we've still got all the cases moving back from UK, Ireland, America, Australia, you name it, we'll try and get them. So we're not shy on that way. We're not bad that way. We've got plenty of content out there that we just need to go find and look at it. The wrestling podcasters are always wrestling news. Always wrestling news. Like today, the news broke that Joe Henry had signed with WWE. So there's always wrestling news coming out, always reports that you can report on. Do you believe it? Do you not believe it? All this stuff. So there's always that. There's always stuff like that. There's always a big show due to come up. I think after Survivor, especially the end of this year, December 13th, that's a big day when John Cena actually retires. So that's something, because there's no paper PLE in December. We really want a. I really want to take do an episode on that. So I want to get this done. I want to get the wrestling podcast channel really put up and ready to go for then, because we want to pay tribute to John Cena throughout. We're looking back in his career and stuff like that. So, and American football is exactly the same. There's always news coming out. There's always college football news, especially with LSU right now. But so, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to the way the future is taken. So I'm I'm hyped for it. Um, and I just hope other people are are hyped as well. I mean, to be honest with you, it's never going to be easy building an audience. Okay, it's never going to be. It's never going to. You're never going to go to your bed and wake up and you've got 1,000 followers on every channel. It's never going to happen. But we just got to stick at it, get the content out, and hopefully the people come. You know, um, it, everything will change. We've got the camera coming. I am working on renovating the other room in this house, so that is going to be where I primarily film everything. So that'll be a big help. It'll be the same setting. Well, it's the same setting just now, but that's where you go. I'm really looking forward to it. 3 podcasts as well as YouTube. Yeah, yeah. So basically, what that means, JNM, is if you go on to something like Spotify, and for example, let's say this was an episode of the college football, and we are breaking it down how bad LSU season's been and all this. And I'm putting pictures, right. Let's flick through. So I'm I'm right now flicking through the pictures I have used. Okay, so there we go. So on the podcast, you wouldn't see that. Okay, you would not see that because it's a podcast. Whereas if they hear something and they think, oh, I want, you know what, I want to see that. I want to see what they're talking about. Especially the crime podcast, because we will use a load of photos and that. So with that, that means that they have the option. They can listen to it, and if they want to see something, they could just need to go onto the YouTube and look up this exact same episode. Every description that's in the YouTube channel will be in the podcast, so it's easier to find that way. Okay, so if we call if I called this episode LSU's blunder, that'll be the name on the podcast. Okay, so whether it's Apple Podcasts or whether it's um, Spotify or whatever, that would be the, what do you call it? That would be the name of that as well. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Uh, I know a lot of people are thinking, well, 3 podcasts, you must be nuts. Maybe I am, but while we're thinking about these two, we can get the other one started. There's off seasons. There's an off season for the NFL, the college football. So we have that ability. So videos might not be as regular for that channel in the off season because of there not being any games. Okay, until we get to between the Super Bowl and the draft, then we can talk about the draft, and then after that you've got like college recruitment and stuff like that. So yeah, we can certainly make up the time. The wrestling, obviously, they've not got an off season. It's non-stop. It just keeps going, keep going, keep going, and obviously crime never stops. And like I said, if crime stopped right now, we still have more than enough to keep us going. So, so that's the update for certainly the next few weeks and months. Um, Ideally, my plan would be to have everything set up by December, by the end of December, by the end of this year. I want everything to be set up, ready to go, and just start recording and blasting things out, blasting the content out, let everybody know about it. So, so, so yeah, that's the case. So you won't see, like, on these podcasts, you won't see the Undisputed J logo. Okay, maybe if I went on Twitch, maybe, but um, on here it'll be the Crime Podcast logo or the Wrestling Podcast logo, or the logos are going to be the same. Whether it's podcasts, whether it's YouTube, they're all going to be the same. Keep everything simple. I wouldn't like to have different logos for different platforms. So so if you go to YouTube and you see a logo, you're going to get that logo on Spotify as well. Okay, and if we change the logo on one, we'll change it on the other. We'll keep everything simple. Um, but yeah, I'm looking forward. More so, I'm looking forward to the college football because it's a learning thing for me. Okay, it lets me learn what the rules of this sport and the leagues. In the NFL, you've only got the AFC and the NFC. AFC and the NFC. So you've only got those two. Whereas in college football, you've got the SEC, the ACC, Big Ten, Sky Mountain. So you've got all these different leagues, which I love. I love the fact that I love the fact that they have came up with something like this, because we've not got something as that rivals that here in the UK. I can tell that right now. But yeah, that's the update, guys. I say they'll give you. It was later than I planned. Um, but but yes, there will be changes. You know, the camera's coming, so it'll be audio and camera. Um, I've got the editing stuff, so we can easily get everything else sorted. And what will happen is when I do a YouTube video, I'll just run it through the editing software, strip the audio, and put that on. So the only difference between podcasts and the YouTube is the video. That's basically it. Okay. But that's been the update. We've got three brand new podcasts coming out, three brand new YouTube channels, three YouTube channels we need to build. So hopefully we can do stuff like that. I'm going to try and reach out to good. Oh, what's his name? Good Mike Work commentaries. I'm going to try and reach out to him just for a bit of advice and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm not sure about the football podcast, but with the wrestling podcast, we can actually get people on. We can get like guests on, people like wrestling and stuff. So we can get that. And I think that is it. So there we go, guys. Three new podcasts: the crime podcast, the wrestling podcast, and the football one. Okay. So, just a recap. Obviously, the crime podcast that's ready. The channel's ready to rock and roll. We just need to record more stuff. And once we've got stock, and I know the Idaho 4 case is going to take more than one video, but we'll also record other videos as we're recording them. So then we are not oversaturating you with one case all the time. We can split it up. We can say, right, well, we've done Idaho 4 for 3 weeks. Why don't we do the James Bolger case or the Madeline McCann case or something? Okay, so that's where that goes. The wrestling podcast is in the early stages now, so we might be sticking to the Claymore Stomp podcast. And then when we get onto the channel, it's just a matter of splitting it in. If we put a watch along, we review a wrestling show, then that'll be on a playlist and stuff like that. So, and yeah, then the football one, obviously, we'll talk about all football, all college games, but we're going to be following LSU and the LSU Tigers and the Idaho Vandals for the next couple of seasons at least. As we learn all about the college game, because I really do not know nothing about the college game. So I'm hoping to learn about that and everything else. Okay, so that is it, guys. That was the update I wanted to give you. I probably won't be live at all for the rest of until at least Thursday. I can give you another. I might try and give you another update on Thursday or Friday. Probably Thursday evening. I'll put a memo in my diary, and we will get a memo in my diary. It's a memo on my phone, and maybe get another live going at about 8 o'clock next week. Yeah, on Thursday, sorry. So about 8 o'clock on Thursday, we could try and go live, and we'll just give another update as to where we are with all three podcasts. But like, as I say, one true crime. It's not going to be all the one case all the time. We are going to split it. Two is the wrestling one, including predictions, live reactions to the Rumble, and stuff like that. What else? And the obviously the American football, college football, but we'll also mention American football as well. So we want to do something for the Super Bowl, as you know, and we will definitely be talking about the draft that takes place as well. So yeah, that is it. I hope that these three kind of, or maybe not three, maybe it's just one, maybe piques your interest, okay? And I get it if you're not a college football fan, but I wasn't a college football fan. I was just NFL, but the college game really changed my mind. So you may change your mind, you may watch an episode and play a video and you think, oh, I quite like this, and watch a game, and then you might get hooked. So we're certainly with that last podcast, we're on a journey. We're on a journey for learning. As a learning podcast, okay? So that's us learning about the American college game. The wrestling, that can be for anyone as well. You if you don't know much about the wrestling, or you've not followed it for years, you can learn. Okay, so it's a learning curve all in. And the crime as just a learning thing as well. You can learn some stuff. I'm not saying learn how to get away with murder, but I'm learning. You can learn about this case or that case. So I'm looking forward to the three of them. It's gonna. I mean, to be fair, I'm sitting in this chat with one person in here. Okay, this is what it's going to be like. This is what it's going to be. So what I do, I mean, certainly the other night, I just take the dock with the studio off, so then I don't see how many people are in the chat, how many, you know what I mean. Once I get, once we get a big follower, or a few people on there, and we do some videos like this, a live stream where we're getting people chatting, then I'll turn that back on so I can monitor it. But until then, and we know how hard it's going to be to build these. But you know what? It is what it is. We'll get there. It's just a matter of being determined about it. I think that's what everybody forgets. We just need to be all over it, and just basically just keep grinding, and just build an audience. Really share the audience out. Share the channels to other people, other platforms. That's the only way we're really going to get anywhere and start building it. And we will build it. It'll be. I'm looking forward to it. It's really going to be really good. Okay, so I'm going to stop rambling. It is now almost 3 o'clock. I have missed. I think I've missed most of SmackDown. I watched some of it, but it's on mute. I don't know. They're all fighting. So the Vision with Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre's there, and the Usos. Don't tell me Drew McIntyre's joining the Vision. it doesn't look like it. And Cody Rhodes is there as well. Oh, Cody just got claymore. I am interested to see if Drew McIntyre actually joins the division. So then that would be Braun Breaker, Logan Paul, Bronson Reed, and Drew McIntyre. There's certainly. Oh, Paul Heyman says Daddy Drew handed Drew something. You're not telling me he. It looks like Drew's joined the division. But it certainly looks like. Wow. But we'll find out more on Monday, and I'll let you know. Um, but yeah, that's me. Sorry for rabbiting on there. I was just watching that end bit of SmackDown. Sorry. So yeah, that's it. 3 podcasts coming up. The Crane Doesn't Sleep podcast, the wrestling one that we're going to do, and the football one we're going to do. So I hope you're not too disappointed. I hope you didn't expect, you know, big massive things, but listen, it's a start. We don't know where the future is going to take us, so we're just going to keep going at it and keep going, keep grinding, keep building, and hopefully soon we'll be able to build an audience. So I'm not streaming to this one person all the time because they seem to be in here all the time. So, but no, thank you for being in here. Thank you for the comments and the questions and everything. And I will definitely put the Madeline McCann case down on the list because that is actually a really good shout. I don't know how we didn't come up with that. I don't know how me or Jason never actually said, "Oh, what about the disappearance of Madeline McCann?" So yeah, so that's a good shout. Thank you. Again, if you just decide to watch this in the replay, let me know in the comments what you feel. How do you feel about these podcasts? And hey, have you got a name for the college football one? We've not got a name for that. So if we can get a simple enough name for that from you guys, that'd be all sorted, you know. We'll just yeah. If we can get some sort of logo with that name on it, we're good. Until we get a better logo. So but yeah, apart from that, that is me. I'm done. I am so tired right now, so I am going to bed. But yeah, thank you. And again, if you can, please like, subscribe, share this or whatever. Leave a comment. If you're watching the replay, just put replay or put R, whatever. It's whatever's easier for you. Okay, so we'll see you again soon. As I say, I will try and get on before Thursday. If not, it will definitely be Thursday with another update. See if we've got name or logos for the other 2 podcasts and that as well. Okay, so I want to say thank you to Jane M. Bespoke Travel.